Today's the day. We're watching the film that started my obsession with disturbing movies. You probably guessed that we're stitching together the madness of the Human Centipede, a film that asks the age-old question, what if mad science met butt-to-mouth logistics? It's grotesque, it's infamous, and somehow it got sequels. Let's dissect the depravity, rank the disturbing, and find out just how deep this digestive chain goes. Hey, and welcome back to another episode of How Disturbing. I'm your host Billy Bogues, and today we're looking at what might be considered arguably the most famous disturbing film of all time, The Human Centipede. Obviously, the nature of this channel is that we do review disturbing scenes and films, so although my descriptions will be brief and fleeting, viewer discretion is strongly advised. Having said that, this is also your spoiler warning. Let's go and look at The Human Centipede. Okie dokie, meet the mad scientist. He has a name, but who gives a fuck? He's mourning his beloved three-dog. Three dogs who appear to be conjoined via the butt and mouth. An appropriate introduction. Nice. Next up, we're going to meet the rear and the middle. They also have names, but again, who gives a fuck?
But, we should go, so maybe we can talk to you later? Okay. Alright, we miss you.
Bye, Amy. Kisses.
Okay. Bye, sweetie.
They're currently in Germany, and they're getting ready to go out for a party. Unfortunately for them though, on the way, they get a flat tire.
Do we go left or right?
I'm sorry, I just don't know where we are.
After a bit of arguing and a lot of very bad acting, the two decide that their only option is to walk and find a house.
Okay. We need to just go. We need to get out of here. We need to walk and find somebody that can help us, okay?
Okay,
We have to.
But if we don't find a place in like 10 minutes, we are running back to this car.
And fortunately, the middle and the rear, well, they happen upon one.
Ring the door. Do you see anybody? No. Oh, wait, yes.
Unfortunately though, it's the house of the mad scientist. He invites them inside and they warm up on the couch. The mad scientist offers to call someone at roadside assist to help the girls with their flat tire. He also asks if they'd like a glass of water.
Something to drink?
Water's fine.
Yeah, just water.
But as we can see, he's inside drugging the water while he pretends to call someone for help.
Hallo, hier spricht Dr. Halter. Entschuldigen Sie die späte Störung. Und ich habe ein kleines Problem. Zwei junge Damen aus New York mit einer Autopanne.
And it doesn't take long before the rear passes out and the mad scientist admits that he drugged her.
The rape drug.
God. What? What?
Rohypnol.
Oh my God. What?
Causes drowsiness, dizziness, disorientation, and memory loss.
Are you kidding? What are you doing?
The middle makes a break for it, but mad scientist gives her an injection. When they wake up, they're strapped down on hospital beds in the middle of a basement. There is also a third man in there with them, but unfortunately for him...
You don't match. I have to kill you.
And kill him he does, with a lethal injection into his IV tube. Boop, dead.
Boop, dead.
In the next shot, we see a remarkably strong mad scientist carrying an unconscious man from the car to his house. We then see the mad scientist informing his victims of their fate. And finally, we get a summary of exactly what the gang can expect from the operation.
V-shaped incisions below the chins of B and C, up to their cheeks.
And this explanation only goes from bad to worse.
The circular mucosa and skin parts of anus and mouth.
And then from worse to worser.
Ingestion by A, passing through B, the excretion of C. A human centipede.
As mad scientist begins the sedation process, the middle manages to unbind herself and make a break for it again, tearing out her IV in the process.
Bist du wahnsinnig? Her, kommst du her?
She runs through the house before eventually taking refuge in the mad scientist's bedroom. She picks up a lamp to break the window with, only...
Stop it!
Wow, cool sunnies, man. Anyways, he breaks through the window and the middle manages to escape. Now, the middle, she's a good friend, so she returns and collects the rear's unconscious body. She manages to drag her friend out of the house and across the yard, but... well, blow darts. Okie dokie, looks like the operation's done and our patients, well, they're waking up.
My lead. My lead. Hey, man. Hey, man. Yeah, come.
And man, I gotta say, that mad scientist is very proud of himself.
Yeah! There we go. Yeah! I did it!
That night, the centipede gets put to bed in a cage. The next day, we see the centipede experience its first defecation, and the mad scientist cheers on the feeding process.
Hard! Swallow it, bitch! Swallow up! Feed her! Feed her!
Sometime later, we see the mad scientist conducting a checkup. It seems like the rear is suffering from some sort of extreme infection. Oh my god, that's fucking disgusting.
Jenny Sector, you're very sick. I think you're dying. I have to replace you.
The checkup is interrupted, however, by two German detectives who arrive on his doorstep and want to come inside for a chat.
Ja, bitte.
Herr Heiter, guten Tag, Kriminalpolizei. Das ist mein Kollege Voller. Ich bin Kommissar Kranz. Könnten wir kurz reinkommen?
Natürlich.
Well, it looks like someone heard the girl screaming and reported it, and now the mad scientist, well, he's the suspect in a missing persons case. The mad scientist goes downstairs to inform the centipede that he'll be disposing of the rear and attaching on two new ones.
I've got two strong and healthy replacements. So enjoy your last moments with the genitalia.
Unfortunately for him, though, the two detectives leave to obtain a search warrant.
Bis gleich.
When the mad scientist returns to the basement, the human centipede is gone. Only it's not, because it stabs him in the leg. The front then courageously leads the centipede to freedom. Their stitches pull and tear as they make their way across the basement. Unfortunately, this is where we learn of the centipede's mortal enemy. A staircase. And not just a regular staircase, a spiral staircase. As the human centipede overcomes the staircase, we see the scientist, now a one-man centipede of his own, desperately crawling after them. The middle directs the centipede towards the smashed window she escaped through earlier. Only unbeknownst to her, the glass has been replaced. The front abandons trying to smash the window as the scientist crawls into the room. The front then takes a shard of glass and slices his own throat. Well, he was pretty close, but whoop, dead.
Boop. Dead.
The detectives return, and this time they've got their guns ready. The scientist retreats to the indoor pool room, and one of the detectives finally comes across the human centipede. He's definitely shocked, but runs to the aid of his partner when he hears gunshots. His partner has indeed been killed, and it looks like he's next. But before he dies, he manages to kill the mad scientist. The mad scientist starts firing, but before the detective dies, he manages to fire one right square into the middle of the mad scientist's head. Boop, dead.
Boop. Dead.
Back to the human centipede, however, and it's now stuck with a dead front. The rear, who is severely ill, vomits into the middle before she finally dies from her infection. I can't believe I just said that. Boop, dead.
Boop. Dead.
And the human centipede closes with the middle, who is now unable to move due to the fact that she has a deceased front and a deceased rear. Merry Christmas, the end. The Human Centipede slithered onto our screens in 2009 with an R18+ rating in Australia, and this event jump-started my long, twisted love affair with disturbing cinema. The two women in this film deliver performances so tragically wooden that you half expect termites to show up. And frankly, well, things improve dramatically when they get their mouths sewn shut. The only remotely competent actor is Dr. Hyder, yes, that's his actual name, who delivers his mad scientist shtick like he's auditioning for a German expressionist reboot of Blue's Clues. Despite its many crimes against filmmaking, this is probably my 4th or 5th time watching The Human Centipede, and I still find it weirdly hypnotic. The practical effects were way too good for a movie that was this dumb, although there were some blunders, like the missing pull button in this scene, which feels like a metaphor for the entire production. The script is very sparse, and I think this is probably for the best, all things considered. The cinematography is flatter than a sedated pancake, and the soundtrack is... wait, is there a soundtrack? But let's be honest. Nobody pressed play on The Human Centipede expecting Citizen Kane or Schindler's List. We came for arse-to-mouth body horror. And on that front, The Human Centipede delivers with surgical precision. Alright, there's a spreadsheet behind me, so it's time to rate and rank The Human Centipede. Now sure, this movie is famously disturbing and it checks out, but where does that balance with how good it is as a film? Well, let's find out. The first thing I'm going to do is rank The Human Centipede just as a movie. How high a quality did I feel like it was? And well, I'm going to be honest, I think it's worth about a 55.2. The Human Centipede deserves more credit than it gets, but it doesn't deserve heaps of credit. So the next thing we're going to do is give it an audience ranking. I'm going to see what you guys are saying about The Human Centipede, and the most popular movie review sites seem to indicate that you guys are giving it a 45.4. Yeah, even less credit than I gave it. We average those two numbers together and it leaves us with a combined rating of 50.3. So that's how good we think it is as a movie. But how disturbing is the Human Centipede? Well, it's up there. I'm going to award it an 87.8. And if you're wondering what could possibly be more disturbing than the Human Centipede, well, keep watching because one day we're going to get to that. Now, we need an ultimate disturbing rating for this film, and we're going to average together how disturbing it is with how good we thought it was as a film to give us an ultimate disturbing rating of 69.1. Okay, but where does 69.1 fit in with everything else? Well, here's the grand spreadsheet, and we're right at the top today, so we'll only have to zoom in a small bit, and it looks like an ultimate rating of 69.1 is going to award the Human Centipede rank number 7. Yeah, wow, that's actually pretty surprising. It looks like we think the Human Centipede has a slightly better average than the Mule, but a slightly worse average than Trainspotting. There it is, guys, the Human Centipede. I finally did it. Hey, thanks for watching another episode of How Disturbing. I'm your host, Billy Bogues. Don't fuck around, go and subscribe, go and like this video because it helps me out, and I'm sure you're not a jerk, right? You a jerk? Anyways, if you want something sold or promoted, get in touch. I'm willing to do it for free. And until next time, well, I'm going to glitch out of here. Catch ya!